porch where the oak trees keep whispering low. I left my love in the soft morning glow. Wind chimes dance to a song of despair, while the storm in the distance watched with a stare. Her scarf on the railing, faded and worn, twisting like the feelings in the storm we had borne. Oh, the storm watched me leave through the gates of dawn, under skies torn with grief, where our love was drawn, across the lonely trails where the wild shadows weep. I ride with memories, the storm watched me leave. The cabin stands empty on Bluebell Ridge line. Its door swings soft in the sigh of the pine. The gravel road's covered with years of the rust. Each step is a memory, each breath a gust. She's gone like the sunset that bleeds in the west, leaving silence and dust where her footsteps once pressed. Yes, the storm watched me leave with my heart strung tight, past echoes of laughter swallowed by night, on paths overgrown where we once dared to dream. Her voice in the winds, the storm watched me leave. Under the vast sky, the truth starts to clear. All I've lost grows as distant as it once was near, but the ache in my heart finds no reprieve in the haunting embrace of what I can't retrieve. So the storm watched me leave, and it watches still as I wander these hills with a cowboy's will, through the rain's soft curtain where my thoughts deceive, ever looking for peace as a storm watched me leave, forever looking for peace while the storm watches me.
I tied my horse just past the pine. The town looks smaller this second time. No signs of us, no porch light lit, just echoes of where ghosts once sit. I passed the church, the general store, where you once danced across the floor. But now it's dull, the windows gray, and folks don't smile or look my way. I left without a trace this time, no goodbye kiss, no borrowed rhyme, no letter carved on tabletop, no whiskey toast, no name to drop. I walked right past that broken inn where we carved hearts and busted tin. I asked the barkeep, she still come by, he said, whose son? And that's when I died. I sat alone in that corner booth, the one she'd claim like gospel truth. I ran my hand along the wood where once she swore we'd always be good. I ordered rye like back in fall, said her name soft, just loud enough to call. A couple turned and gave blank stares as if her name dissolved in air. I left without a trace this time, no boot prints in the dusted line, no glances back, no cowboy lore, just silent steps on memory's floor. I brought her name like some old song, but no one knew who it belonged. It hung in air, then disappeared like love that died when no one hears. I thought pain was missing someone, but worse is when the world forgets they ever run. So I left without a trace this time, not out of rage, not out of crime, just knew there's nothing left to find when even ghosts don't seem inclined. I tipped my hat, paid the rye, and whispered one last soft goodbye. Her name fell flat, the world stood still, she's gone, but I was never real. In the shadow of the oak where our names were carved deep, the creek whispers secrets that our summers used to keep. Her scarf still dances on the porch, a ghost in the wind, where the laughter of her eyes promised love wouldn't end. But her goodbye bleeds like sunset on that old gravel road, where my heart dropped off her back and her absence now flows. The dust won't settle nor the echo of her steps fade as the twilight cries and colors her leaving portrait. The cabin holds the cold of December's embrace, each corner filled with the silence of her missing trace. The trail we walk now overgrown, where wild daisies hide, they bloom untouched like dreams in me since the day she died. Her goodbye bleeds like rain through the cracks of worn wood floors. Memories flood the empty spaces I can't restore. The dust won't settle nor the echo of her steps fade as the twilight cries and colors her leaving portrait. Beneath the vast prairie sky, I ride through my regrets, each star a tear from heaven, even heaven forgets. Though time may heal the marks on skin, the soul bears its scars. The cowboy wanders tethered to the light of lost stars. and her goodbye bleeds a river wild through broken plains. Love's deep scar I carry as I wear her invisible chains. The dust won't settle nor her whisper in the breeze wanes. I sing to the stars wishing she'd come back like the rain. In the shade of an ancient oak, I carved our names on a heart as wild as the creek where we met. Your scarf still fragrant with summer rain drapes over the old porch, whispers of silhouettes. Beneath the boughs, glass shattered sharp, memories like stars spilled dark and deep. Shattered glass fell apart just like the bronzes in the dark. Each piece a story under moonlit skies. I walk these empty trails, my heart is barren as the land, with nothing but the wind to hear my cries. The cabin stands, but the laughter's gone. Dust dances alone where you once danced with me. Gravel roads stretch out like the lines of a sad old song, leading nowhere to towns where we used to be. Saddles worn and the echoes of your laughter grow faint. Our once blazing sun, now a dying embers glow. Shattered glass fell apart, scattering light and dark, mirroring a sky too vast, too blue, too stark. I roam these fading trails under the weight of past tales, silent as the shadows that embrace the dust. Oh, but love in this vast whispering solitude, I found no peace, nor have I eluded your ghost. Every sunset bleeds into a lonesome prelude to nights spent searching for what I miss most. Boots grinding softly as I tread past our dreams. This trail may wind and my song may be mute, but your memory rides with me, split at the seam. Shattered glass, shattered heart, where the wild rivers part. I'll keep riding with you, forever lost in the dust. In the gray dawn, by the oak tree shade, where the cold morning sank into my bones, I traced your name once in the frozen earth, beneath where our whispered dreams had flown. Old Porch Creek, like it shared my heart's ache, echoing footsteps
danced and grazed the wind soft moan through the cabin's crack, plays an old remembrance I can't erase. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh, and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunset split and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. A turned up collar against the stinging rain, your scarf still fragrant, lost its warmth long ago. I wander through these ghostly empty rooms where echoes paint your shadow in soft mournful tones. The saddle sits unused, the leather cracked like the lines now deeply etched upon my face. Each step away from you, the time's harsh track leaves me wandering in our lost embrace. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh, and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. I've held the prairie's endless gaze, its whispering embrace. It tells me you're still out there in the wild's timeless grace. Maybe these old boots, worn and frayed, will bring me back someday to where the oak tree shadows lay, and all my hopes decay. So I'll sit here with the silence where you once walked. Let the shadows keep your laughter and the gravel roads we talk. My heart's tied to the dust where our sunsets used to fade. Beneath cold morning's echo where my weary head is laid. Oh, under these endless skies I find no release, but in every whispered wind there's a piece of your peace.
In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the sunset bleeds through skies like a wound, where once our love under starlit tunes danced on whispers of the prairie wind. In that quiet town where my dreams had been, and the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads under twilight's bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay echoes a song of the love that strayed, as the silence screams under moon's cold sway. Darling, the dust walked away. Now the porch swings empty, the laughter gone. Old cabins' windows face the dawn alone, where we sipped on summer like it never ended. Now only raindrops come to attend. Your scarf still hangs on the cedar frame, a testament to love and its fleeting claim. And the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads where memories bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to
to lay, whispers goodbye to the dreams that decay. As the stars hide away in the sky's gray fray, darling, the dust walked away. By the creek where the willows mourn, I understand now I must be reborn. Though the tracks I make stir dust of the lost, in the heart's quiet echo I count the cost. Yes, the dust walked away with my sorrows in tow, across lonely plains where the cold winds blow. Every step on that path where our love once lay marks a chapter of past in the dusk's gentle sway, as the world turns to gold at the end of the day. Darling, forever the dust walked away.
Out by Willow Creek, under the shade of an ancient oak, I carved our names inside a heart, a sacred vow I spoke. The sun danced through the leaves, on your scarf it caught a gleam. But summer by the creek side, now just a faded dream. Oh, the creek watched me leave, with dust on my boots and pain I couldn't relieve. Whispers in the wind, your laughter haunting me, echoes of what used to be. The creek watched me leave. Seasons turned the pages, old porches fell to time. The road we walked is overgrown, the wildflowers in time. Where once our love burned bright, now only shadows move. In the silence of the empty cabins, I still search for you. Oh, the creek watched me leave, with dust on my boots and a sorrow I couldn't weep. The rustling of the leaves like soft words from thee, echoes of what used to be. The creek watched me leave. There's a lonesome feeling riding trails that turn to mist. Every sunset bleeds a color I try hard to resist. This saddle knows my burden, this path knows my cost. Every mile I'm further from the love I've lost. Oh, the creek watched me leave, with dust on my boots under skies that grieve, holding on to a memory as the world lets go with ease. Haunted by the echo, the creek watched me leave. Darkness takes the valley and I whisper to the breeze. Love's a tale for younger hearts, let mine at last find peace. Dust rises with my pardon as the stars begin to weave. Only the creek remembers, and it watched me leave.
In the shadow of the oak, where I
our names were once carved deep. The creek sings low beneath the old stone bridge. Her laughter echoes through the hollow, whispering secrets we'd keep on that rugged porch under twilight's ridge. Her goodbye walked away like the sun dips out of day, leaving shadows where once there was light. With every dust-stirred step, further she swayed till her silhouette blended into the night. The saddle sits old on the cabin wall, scarves hung without care. Past we roam, now overgrown, no trace left to find. Rain taps soft on the window, like the touch of her hair in this empty room where the past unwinds. Her goodbye walked away like the sun dips out of day, leaving shadows where once there was light. With every dust-stirred step, further she swayed till her silhouette blended into the night. So here I stand, a solitary man, where the gravel road bends. Fading trails like old tales slip from my grasp, the wind's whisper of what was and how it had to end. In the quiet heart of the night, I unclasp her goodbye, walked away, and I'm left here to say echoes and shadows are all that remain. As the stars peer down on my lone cowboy way, her memory's the last dance in the dust and the rain.
Down by Harper's Creek, where the old oaks grow, we carved our names in the heart of a dusty road. The sunset threw gold across your hair. The world was ours and time just stared. But the creek, it watched me leave. Oh, the creek watched me leave under a sky bleeding red melancholy dream, with my heart in your scarf tied around your sleeve. You stayed with the oaks and the creek. Watch me leave. The rain has washed away our dusty road. The cabin's empty where our laughter once flowed. The old porch swings creak with ghosts of us riding the wind. Whispered stories turn to dust. Still the creek, it watched me leave. Oh, the creek watched me leave under a sky bleeding red melancholy dreams. My heart left in that
scarf, now a tattered weed. You stayed with the oaks and the creek. Now I roam gravel roads under moons quite sage. Each star a teardrop, the night sky silent grief. Love's like the river stone, smooth over time, but some edges cut deep in the creek's soft rime. Yes, the creek watched me leave, whispering to the wind about love and thieves. In its waters my reflection briefly cleaves. Part of me stayed while the creek watched me leave, with the echoes of hoofbeats forever to grieve. You stayed with the oaks and the creek, it watched me leave.
In the heart of the valley, where the wild dandelions grow, I found her dancing soft silhouette against the sunset's glow. Underneath the oak tree's ancient watchful eyes, we carved our names bound by the land 'neath endless skies. Her laughter mingled with the summer breeze so light, in that dandelion field where dreams held tight. Oh, but the winds they change as winds are wont to do, and the seasons turn their back on what we thought we knew. Now the field lies empty, just like this cowboy's heart, where once was a blooming end, now stands a barren star. Each petal flown like whispered dreams of the night, in that dandelion field held oh so tight. Years have ridden past like shadows cross the moon. The oak tree stands alone, the carving faded all too soon. Her scarf still clings to a branch, a flag of surrender to the time. While I wander gravel roads in solitude sublime, the cabin's quiet porch swings empty like the echoes of her laugh, and I'm just a ghost in my own story, a photograph from the past. Oh, but the winds they change as winds are wont to do, and the seasons turn their back on what we thought we knew. Now the field lies empty, just like this cowboy's heart, where once was a blooming end, now stands a barren star. Each petal flown like whispered dreams of the night, in that dandelion field held oh so tight. So I'll ride these trails under skies white and blue, searching horizons for a sign of something true. But the truth is like the rain on this dusty beaten path, it washes away the reasons, leaves the aftermath. love like wildflowers finds a way to endure. In the heart of a cowboy, lonesome, solemn, and pure, each petal flown like whispered dreams of the night. In that dandelion field where I'll hold forever tight. Out by the old split rail where the bluebells sleep, and oak trees stand scars deep where hearts once spoke. Beneath its shade our whispered dreams did weep. In the dust of dawn where our love awoke, I wore a grin white as the river's bend, your scarf a fluttering red against the sky. Promises as endless as the land we'd tend, now just a cracked frame that flew with the July. Oh, my heart rides these winds, a lonesome sound over gravel roads where our laughter's drowned. Sunset bleeds like the tears we used to shed underneath the endless aching sky we wed. Came upon that cabin, walls now lean, the porch still groans under the weight of ghosts. Once a haven, our secluded evergreen, now it whispers with the solitude it hosts. The saddle sits untouched by time's harsh scale, as if waiting for your gentle hand's return. But the trails we rode together have grown pale, in the silence even bravest fires burn. Oh, my heart rides these winds, a lonesome sound over gravel roads where our laughter's drowned. Sunset bleeds like the tears we used to shed underneath the endless aching sky we wed. In the quiet towns where shadows play, I find pieces of you slipping through the fray. A dance, a glance, a smile once shared, lost in the winds like dust unprepared. So my heart rides these winds, a lonesome sound, every sunset a memory as the world spins round. A cracked frame, a fleeting whisper of love once read beneath the boundless aching sky forever we tread. Cracked frame flew with the wind, saddle alone, my heart's forever spent. With the dust I ride into the sunset's glow, where our soul song plays on, and ever will I know. In the shade of the old oak tree, by the creek where we once lay, I found a faded scarf you wore, now colors turned to gray. The wildlands whisper through the grass where our laughter used to sound. A lone cabin stands beneath the hill where our dreams were tightly bound. But now the wind sings lonesome through the sagewood, thin and dry. Moonlight dances on the gravel road where we said our last goodbye. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red like the heart I can't reclaim. For in the dust of trails long gone, all that's left your name. Years rode by on thundering hooves over stones that mark the miles. The town's old porch creaks underfoot, echoing the missing smiles. Your laughter's just a ghost now in the shadows that I roam. This wanderer's heart beneath white skies, forever doomed to roam. But still the wind sings lonesome through the sagewood, thin and dry. Moonlight fades on the lonely roads where we said our last goodbye. Every star a piercing reminder of the eyes that match their gleam, lost in the dust of trails long gone, buried in a dream. Sometimes late at night, I swear I hear the whisper of your voice, floating across the valleys, making my weary heart rejoice. But dawn breaks harsh on hills of silence, each day reborn anew, with nothing but the ache inside, the memories of you. So I'll ride on with the sunset, my shadow long and lean, chasing echoes of what we were and places we've once been. Though the wind still sings through sagewood and the road stretches behind, the hardest trails are those we walk in the memories left behind. In the dust of trails long gone, my heart forever confined.
On the edge of Boulder Creek, neath an old oak tree's shade, I found a wagon wheel by the journey it made. Sitting there I traced the spokes and saw your scarf so light, fluttering like a ghost dance in the fading evening light. Oh, wagon wheel held tight in hands that now are gone, rode us across the wild plains to dreams now overdrawn. The creek whispers your name through the willow's mournful sigh. Underneath that oak tree is where my heart lies. The cabin's now empty, where your laughter filled the room. Porch is silent and dusty under melancholy's gloom. Saddlebags packed with dreams now just collect the rain. That lone gravel road won't hear you sing again. Oh, wagon wheel held tight in hands that now are gone, rolled us across the wild plains to dreams now overdrawn. The wind carries sorrow where our wildflowers used to bloom. In the heart of the empty cabin, I still wait in the gloom. The sunset burns just like the tears that I've cried. Each twilight a reminder of the love that's died. But these wandering trails, they keep calling me to roam, searching for what was lost in this vast starlit dome. Oh, wagon wheel held tight, memories etched in rust, every spoke a story of love, life, and dust. As the night claims the sky and the stars light up like fire, I hold
trapped by my heart's wire. Oh, wagon wheel held tight, rolling into the night. I'm a ghost on these plains, faded from the side.
Out where the oak trees whisper low under that vast unending sky, we carved our names years ago on the creek bank where old lovers lie. Your scarf it danced a wild free tune beneath the porch light's gentle sway. Our shadows cast by the silver moon promised forever, then you slipped away. Lonely fire shut the door on this heart that knows your name. The wind's a cruel storyteller, fanning old flames, calling your name. Every ember's just a memory, glowing neath the ash of your. Carry me back, or let me be. Lonely fire shut the door. Now the saddle's worn, the trails are faded, gravel roads don't sound the same. The cabin's empty, the laughter's jaded, echoes of you I still claim. Where once we roamed the wild unkempt, now stands a quiet, lonesome view. A landscape changed, just faint imprints of a love that once I knew. Lonely fire shut the door on this heart that knows your name. The wind's a cruel storyteller, fanning old flames, calling your name. Every ember's just a memory, glowing neath the ash of your. Carry me back, or let me be. Lonely fire shut the door. So here I stand in the whispering rain, asking the sky what remains. For the dust to settle, for the pain to wane, for the sun to rise and dispel this chain. Lonely fire shut the door, let the shadows claim the floor. If love's a tale of before, then let silence speak forevermore. Yes, lonely fire shut the door, leave me be to wander the core of a heart that beats, a heart that told. Lonely fire shut the door. Close the past, let the embers die underneath that sprawling starlit sky.
Out by the old Duns River, where the oak trees guard the sky, there's a shack with broken windows where we watch the world go by. Your scarf still on the porch swing, dances with the whispering wind, each way a ghostly echo of your laughter once penned. But the whiskey said nothing as I called out your name into the cold night air, where only silence came. And these hills hold your shadow like the moon clings to the night. Oh, the
whiskey said nothing, but your memory holds tight. Remember how the dust rose underneath our dancing feet. Now the gravel road's deserted, just like the heart you chose to cheat. The rains came through in April, washed your footsteps from the lane, left me with these old echoes and a soul that won't stop the pain. Yes, the whiskey said nothing as I whispered soft and low to the emptiness beside me, where your warmth used to glow. Now each sunset's just a picture where our past and sorrow blend. Oh, the whiskey said nothing, but I'm still talking to the wind. So I'll saddle up come morning, leave behind this haunted room where every creaking floorboard sounds just like you're leaving tune. Maybe out past Carson's Ridge or across the Mesa's crown, I'll find peace in wandering where your ghost can't track me down. Still the whiskey says nothing as the stars watch me weep on a bed of cold regrets where your love's a dream I keep. And these trails may fade behind me, but my heart's bound to your spell. Oh, the whiskey said nothing, but it keeps your secrets well. In the twilight's last gleaming, as I ride through lonesome lands, the whiskey says nothing, but I still see your hands. Out where the oaks cast long shadows at dusk, in a town too small to claim, she laughed under the porch light flickering rust as the prairie sang her name. We danced past the midnight while the coyotes cried, her scarf catching the moon's soft sighs. But the dawn came riding hard from the east, and that long ride closed her eyes. And now the wind whispers low through the saddle I bear, and the cabins creak with old desires. Every gravel road a memory, every sunset a tear, since that long ride closed her eyes. Years have their way of changing a man. The trails once bright, now gray. That porch stands quiet, no more laughs in the span. Only silence holds sway. The dust settles thick where her boots left a trace. Echoes of laughter, the ghost of her grace. Rain falls like mercy on this heart that won't dry, since that long ride closed her eyes. Now the wind whispers low through the saddle I bear, and the since that long ride closed her eyes. Underneath the vast endless skies, I roam with her shadow pacing nearby. A whisper of love that never dies, just circles round the truth that ties. So here's to the roads, both taking a knot, to the loves we hold tight in our thoughts. May the dust always dance where the old oak lies, since that long ride closed her eyes. Since that long ride closed her eyes. Out by the creek, under a sky so wide, where the oak trees whisper to the starlit ride, I found your scarf, a fragment in the wind, red as the sunset, where our love began. Love waits in the shadow of the old swing, and every dust-kicked trail, and the songs we sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plain. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. Rode past the cabin where we once lay low. Now it's just the bones where the cold winds blow. Gravel roads where your laughter filled the air, not just a silence that I can't bear. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch swing, and every dust-kicked trail, and the songs we sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plain. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. And under wide open skies, I reckon my heart aches seen by stars that watched us dream once across these fields so green. Time's a relentless rider, it never heeds a plea, yet in its ruthless travel brings your memory back to me. Love waits in the silence of the fading trails, in the echoes of a song that the nightingale wails. Dust settles slow as my heart learns to roam. Love waits forever, in this heart your home. Out where the oak trees shadow forgotten trails, I found a scarf you left, a piece of you that never fails to bring back wild winds, whispering through the sails of empty cabins under skies that sadness fills. We danced on gravel roads, not caring for our sins, laughing beneath the moon where my regret begins. Storm sank into the canyon deep, just like your love slipped through my key. Rivers of rain washed away what once was mine. In the echo of the old church bell, I hear your voice, a distant swell, haunted by the ghost of your sweet vine. And time's worn the saddle where you once sat by my side, now just dusty echoes in open spaces wide. The porch we built by hand now wears a coat of gray, each board a testament to dreams that slipped away. Sunsets bleed like wounds across the western sky. In the twilight hush I hear the coyotes cry. Storm sank into the canyon deep, just like your love slipped through my key. Rivers of rain washed away what once was mine. In the shadow of the lonely pines, I trace your face in the fading lines, lost in the wind like your sweet sigh. There's a calm in the heart of the storm, a truth no man can deny. Amongst the thorns and the battered brims, love's a tale that never dims. Beneath the stars I find my way through the whispers of the past, learning to hold on to the memories that must forever last. Storm sank into the canyon deep, love's a promise we couldn't keep, underneath the vast unyielding endless sky. With every step on this lonely ground, your memory's a haunting sound. On the wind I'll always hear your lullaby, in the storm that never said goodbye.
Out by the old willow, where the creek sinks to stones, I left my heart hanging on the post of her home. My boots on the porch, dusty, worn and bereaved. They've seen miles untold, but it's here they watched me leave. Oh, those boots watch me leave, through the dust and the dead leaves. Echoes of her laughter in the breeze. The horizon holds my dreams, but my soul, it just clings to the ghost of her whisper 'neath the old oak trees. Town's just a shadow where our love used to dance. Now ain't nothing but the wind. Got a second chance. The saddle's worn thin like the scarf she gave me. Left it hanging on a nail in the shack by Dead Man's Leave. Yes, those boots watch me leave, past the chapel, past the grief. Sunset's bleeding like my heart in disbelief. Every gravel road whispers, every star's a deceit, telling
tales of a love now just dust and a thief. There's a truth in the quiet when the prairie grass sways, in the songs of the night, in the old bygone days. If love is a land vast and wild and free, then I'm lost in its borders, where her memory's the key. Still those boots watch me leave, never once did they plead. Silent sentinels of a love, now a faded decree. And I wander these lands where my heart can't retrieve the love and the life that these boots watched me leave. So I'll walk on under skies vast and heat, where my boots silent still watch me grieve. In the shadow of the oak, where wild horses used to roam, I found a scarf of faded red beneath the setting sun's last glow. The old porch creaked under the weight of ghostly tales untold. Her laughter hung on the prairie wind in the whispering grass so bold. Oh, but that empty bed tied down, where dreams and dust collide, in a cabin by the creek, under the endless starlit sky. Each night I lie awake, where her whispers used to tread. A heart can't roam forever, round an empty bed tied down. The trails through amber fields where the river bends and sighs, but time it rusts like the old gate swings and all but love denies. The saddle hangs untouched, it seems, since she rode off with the dawn, and all that's left is the echo of goodbye and the silence after she's gone. Oh, but that empty bed tied down, where dreams and dust collide, in a cabin by the creek, under the endless starlit sky. Each night I lie awake, where her whispers used to tread. A heart can't roam forever, round an empty bed tied down. There's a wisdom in the wind, an old story it wants to say, about a cowboy's heart that loved and lost, but the prairie calls him stay. Rain may wash the old roads clean, but some tracks they never fade, like the path I walk in my mind each night, where her memory softly lays. So here's to the empty bed tied down, where my weary soul finds rest, in the quiet of the night, with her shadow in the west. Though time may march and the stars may fall and the world may turn its head, a cowboy's heart keeps wandering round an empty bed tied down. Yeah, I'm forever bound to that empty bed tied down.